Hi, I'm Randy Wooden, and welcome to another in our Edge Library series. This time dealing with the question of pregnancy. And if you're female, if you're pregnant, should you bring it up to an employer during your interview? Now, certainly an employer is not allowed to ask if you're pregnant, and they may ask, even though they shouldn't. They might even ask, do you plan to have children? They might ask, how many children do you have? All those questions are illegal. Now, we've talked about cushions and how to handle difficult questions, and sometimes a smile is enough to kind of discourage the asker. But on your side of the fence, if you're sitting there and you're pregnant, is that something you want to tell your employer? Now, I'm an employer. I've also been a candidate, never been pregnant. But if I'm an employer, I want somebody to be honest with me, especially if I ask them a direct question. But, and here's the but, if I'm a pregnant female, I don't tell the employer that I'm pregnant. Now, if I'm huge out front, then sure, the obvious question is going to be, how long do you plan to work? And if I'm an employer, I need to have a sense for that. So in that case, it's pretty obvious. In fact, in that case, what you might want to do if you are interested in that position is to tell them that you're interested, and obviously I'm pregnant, and it will throw a potential curve into the equation here, and talk through that issue to see if they would still be interested, because you certainly would be a good fit. But let's go to the point where it's not obvious. If you're pregnant, it's not visible, I don't bring it up. What I do is hope that I get the job, and after I'm on the job and I've got an understanding of what's going on there, then I'm going to bring it up with my boss in order to give plenty of time for them to find someone and for me to help train that person so there's a smooth transition while I go on my pregnancy or maternity leave. I don't want to leave the employer hanging, nobody there to do the job, that sort of thing. So I think advance warning is good, but gosh, if you're very early on in your pregnancy, or you think you might be pregnant but you don't know for sure, you don't want to come out and volunteer it. It's just something you don't need to go there. So don't bother doing that. I hope that helps a bit. Again, I'm not a legal expert on this thing. Certainly it's nothing they can ask you about, but the question is, should you volunteer that? In terms of full disclosure, my brief answer is no. Don't do it, but do work with the employer to encourage a smooth transition for your maternity leave. And that's going to wrap it up for this in our Edge Library series, dealing with that concern of, should I tell the employer if I'm pregnant? Interesting dilemma for many people. I'm Randy Wooden. Thanks for watching.